All right, I don't even know where we are. I don't know where we left off. I believe we left off with the lower light, the parking light, falling apart in my hands, me getting frustrated and calling it a day. So I went inside that day and I emailed DNA Motoring, and I told them that the adjustment screws in the headlights really weren't working well. I could finagle them a little bit, but they weren't working well. The lower one, the lens fell off, and the clippy dicky that goes into the plastic headlight bucket wasn't fitting in. I apparently had a defective set. I offered to send them video or pictures, anything they needed. They were very accommodating, emailed me back right away, and they said, just send me a copy of your invoice. So I sent them a copy of the invoice, and they said, oh, you bought it, and I told them I bought it on Amazon, and they said, well, you bought it where it's fulfilled by Amazon, ships through, fulfilled by, that box on the right side of your screen. Apparently that means something. So they said, we don't handle that return, Amazon's going to have to handle it. Because I had passed the return window, if I didn't say that previously, because I had it sit on the shelf for a while instead of installing it right away, which I should have. So I sent a message over to Amazon. I spoke to the manufacturer. They told me that I have to go to you, and Amazon's like, well, you missed the return window, so you got to deal with the manufacturer. So I go back to DNA Motoring, and they say, well, no, you got to deal with Amazon. So they're each pointing the finger, and I got a $160 set of lights that apparently suck. So what did I do? I glued with silicone. I used silicone and tried to neatly as possible glue that lens back on. It came out pretty good. And then I put a screw bit, like a number 2 Phillips, screw bit that you put in a screw gun, in the plastic bracket to sort of stretch it out over time. And it's been a couple weeks, so I'm hoping that will work. If not, I'll rig something. So we're gonna get these lights installed. DNA Motoring, like I said, buyer beware. I've ordered other stuff, and we're making another video with DNA Motoring lights, and I really like them, but you need to install them right away, so that if you have a problem, you can send them back before that Amazon return window closes. Then you can get a new one, and hopefully that new set will be okay. But, Chinese stuff, quality control, don't let it sit on the shelf like I did. That's my mistake, and you live and learn. Let me get the lights out, and we'll see what we can do. All right, well, after pulling the headlight out, which you've seen me do dozens of times, we got to get this lower light out, which is going to be done by releasing the plastic clip where it goes into, so on this side, right, on this side, let's see, is it on this side? Alright, so I look on the new one. Here's the clip that goes in. This one goes in straight, so the clip is on my side, which should be right here. You're gonna wedge your finger in there, and you can pop the clip out, and then the rest of the light should come out. Might have to unscrew the bulbs to get it out. Alright, so we got the bulbs off, and then it comes out, and this is what I press to release it. So now the new one, I used black silicone. I put it in the groove, set this down, put a weight on it, and let it sit for a couple days. Looks pretty decent. Hopefully having this is where it wasn't locking in, so hopefully having this in place spread it out enough where it'll lock. We'll give it a try. Let me put this bulb in. Alright, now just something to note, this fitting here, okay, very sloppy, very, very sloppy in the back here. And let's see how this one goes in, if it goes in at all. Alright, that one went in, felt better. This one, we're going to take this white bulb out, and we're going to put a LED replacement from JDM A-Star. I'll link these bulbs in the description below, along with this DNA motoring kit here, which absolutely stinks. What am I putting in there? I'm putting yellows in, right? Ambers. I'm putting ambers in here, actually. Seeing how the amber looks with the black, but instead of whites. Really because I happen to have the ambers on the shelf. So I'm going to try to slide this in, and let's see if we can get it to fit into that opening and lock in, and we do. So our main complaint here was that the lens fell off, all right, and that the 194 bulb doesn't fit in there real snug like it should. Get back the camera up. So our amber is on, and our marker light is on, and the DRL I'll leave the keys for. Alright, I'm a dummy. I didn't check the polarity on the daytime running light, so I gotta pull that out, flip that over. The only thing we're missing really from the old to the new. Alright, so we're definitely hoping this side goes a lot easier. These things weigh a ton. The Denalis have, these are metal and glass housings, and they weigh an absolute ton, and I believe that's why they shake like they do, because they weigh so much. And they're only hooked into these plastic brackets here. So it is my theory that these things tend to shake as they break the plastic bracket. They weigh a ton. Glass lenses, you know, they're some kind of projector reflector nonsense. And I really do think that that's why they have a tendency to start shaking, is just purely because of the weight of the bulb. So they also have these little extension pieces on them because of those projector bulbs. We are going to reuse these bulbs. So I don't know why I took the bulb out. That didn't make a whole lot of sense. These bulbs get, and what's weird is on most of these style GM trucks, it's a 9006 and a 9005. Turns out that these, only on the Denalis, they're both 9005s. Just something to point out there. So I'm going to put the headlight bulbs in so I don't knock them around and touch the bulbs. And then I'll put the bottom one in. Hopefully the bottom one will go in better than the first one did. So they're in. I'll flap this up top. I'm gonna reach down, hit that clip. Pull this guy out. All right, and I'll get the new bulbs. So here's my all right, now let's see if I put that guy in the right way. And I had a 50% chance and I got it right. All right, got the right bulbs in, my polarity is good. Now let's see if the lens will fit. Just a little puff going in. You know, it's just not as good a fit as factory, that's for sure. And let's see if this side fits any better than the other side. Yeah, this side fits much better than the other side. Now, I'm gonna slide it in and let's see if the clip clips. Clip really don't want to clip. Let's see. What I could do to get it in. Same thing on this side. That clip, you just don't want to clip. So what it is that clip in the back is too narrow. It's got too much of a bend to it. And what I did was I put in this bit and stretched it out. Trying to get this bit in without breaking it. I'm gonna leave it like that with the bit in it. I'm gonna have a cup of coffee because I'm getting a little frustrated that this shit don't fit. DNA Motoring is the brand, and we'll see. Well, with the same clip fighting us, I put that bit in there and let it sit for 10 minutes. And I took a Bic lighter, heated it up a little bit with the bit in there. Be careful. The plastic does burn, it just doesn't melt. So we're gonna slide it in. See if it'll snap in now. And it does. All right, it's in there secure. Take this off. The lens didn't fall off like the first one. Take the headlight assembly. I'm gonna fish up the DRL wires right up through here for now, just to get them out of the way. I don't know if I'm gonna wire them in today or another day or ever. We'll see. I don't even know if these lights are gonna stay in here. I'm really not happy with them, but if I can get them to aim right and they look pretty good, I'll leave them. Not happy with the fit at all. Not even the fit. It's more I'm just not happy with the quality. These are just lousy ones. Now, out of the box, they look to be a little high. So I'm just going to adjust them by eye. Like this is has got to come in a lot. So let's see how they adjust. All right. That one pulls in nice. See, this side the adjusters work a little bit better. So having a little trouble with the adjuster, which tilts it up and down, so pulling it out yet again just so I can get a better look at this adjuster. What's happening is, as I turn this, the adjuster is, the whole adjuster rod here is spinning. This rod here, off camera a little bit. So you got the adjusting mechanism. You're supposed to screw this and it's supposed to slide out and turn on this, but what's happening is the rod is spinning. So if I get a pair of pliers, I think I could hold the rod and I can pull it in, which is the way it's got to go. Let me sit this here. Get a pair of pliers. That came down a lot, nice. All right, that might be better. That's what I mean by the fit and finish. It gives you a little bit of fight no matter what you do. That one's in. By eye, it looks halfway decent. These are the DRLs. I'm going to leave just them like that for now. Alright, so I'm going to wait for it to get a little bit darker, and I'm going to try to tweak the adjustment a little bit because I'm sure it's not adjusted exactly where it needs to be. Then I'll give you some clips of what it looks like at night. I like the way they look, the overall look of them. They have this hockey puck DRL, which I will add down below. Not down below, I'll add it in the clip that I'm going to play now. You know what? Right now, I'll play some nighttime clips of what it looks like. Okay, so now that you saw what it looked like at night, what do you think? I'm hoping it looked good. They weren't cheap, they weren't crazy expensive either. When you start looking for replacement lamps for the Denalis, they have a different shape than the Tahoes, different shape than the Yukons, and it's sort of like a specialty kind of thing. So if you get the factory replacement style ones, they're pretty expensive. We opted to go with the aftermarket ones that have a little bit different of an overall look. Kind of like the look. I didn't like the quality of the set that I got. Now you read the reviews on DNA Motoring. Some people love them, some people hate them. I think it's hit and miss on the set that you get. Like I said, they did not work well with Amazon. Both pointing their fingers at each other. Nobody wanted to make do. DNA Motoring, if you're watching this, you got to fix that shit, because he sent me a bad set that I had to tweak and I had to fight with to get them adjusted. bad quality control. It was a bad set. You should have sent me another set, made sure it was good. You didn't want to. I made these work as best as I could. Video tells the story. They're not a sponsor. I'm not looking for a sponsorship from them, but I paid and I want something that's halfway decent. And this set wasn't it. Used some of their other products and haven't had as bad as an experience, but nothing from them has been 100% yet so far. So I'll link in the description below. Buyer beware, you make your decision. I wouldn't recommend against getting the set in and slapping it on right away. If it didn't fit, send it right back to them and just keep playing that game until they give you a set that actually works and fits the way it should. That's it today from Axel's Garage. Hope you enjoyed the video. Links in the description below, and as always, thanks for watching.